So what do you need to do to succeed in this class? So the first thing you need to do is pull out your schedule for the semester and define some blocks of time that you're going to dedicate to this class. Remember, you've got 2 quizzes due every week in this class, so you have to set aside at least 2 blocks of time a week. Frankly, I'd suggest 4 blocks, but that's up to you. You need to find a place where it's quiet to work and you have Wi-Fi. And you need to make sure that you read your email from CSUN, because I will send out all sorts of information via your CSUN email. And if you don't get it, then too bad for you. For each unit, what do I expect you to do? Well, I expect you to go in and read the assigned readings for that unit. Do that first. Then I want you to download the slides for that unit so that you can fill them in and take notes on the slides as you watch the lecture. Third thing is to watch the lecture while filling in the slides with the information from the lectures. Then after each segment or mini lecture, you'll find some questions at the bottom of the lecture. I'm telling you there with those questions what I want you to know for the exams. I'm telling you, the exam questions come right from the questions that are at the end of each lecture. Now, I want you to write the answers to each of those questions and to save those answers, because you'll want to study those answers for the quiz for that unit, but also for the exam later on. Your answers, it's not multiple choice questions down there. You don't have to turn them in. In fact, there's no way for you to turn in the answers. I guess you don't have to do them if you want to fail the class. But they're essay sort of questions. They're thinking questions. As you'll find in this class, in order to remember something, you need to work with the material. You need to find a way to make it meaningful to you, to find examples from your own life. That's what happens in the questions after each lecture. Again, that's not an assignment, the questions after each lecture, but it's what I'm expecting you to know for the quiz. After you answer the questions at the end of each little lecture, then I'd like you to go through the extra goodies page and look at any video or read any document that you think will help you to understand the material more deeply or to apply the material to your real life. So for example, one of the first things that we talk about in cognitive neuroscience is how to spot a stroke. And I got to tell you, every year somebody comes back to me and says, you know what, my grandmother had a stroke and I knew it because of what was available in your extra goodies, and I knew what to do. So those extra goodies are good. Next thing I want you to do is study your slides and your answers to the questions at the end of each mini lecture, and then take the quiz for that unit. If you do all of that, you'll be fully prepared for the quiz for that unit. Now, I expect that to take all of that together, all of the studying, the lecture watching, the quiz taking, the answer writing. I expect that to take about 4 to 5 hours per unit. So you need to find 8 to 10 hours per week to succeed in this class. If you think you're going to do this class with an hour or two here or there, you're just going to be frustrated and waste the money and the time that you've spent on this class. Of course, that's your choice, but we're going to talk about things that I hope will change your understanding of the world, especially this crazy world we're living in now. So I think you'll find the material really useful. Where can you find the information that you need? Well, right here is a picture of our homepage. What I want you to see is on the box at the very top, you can find all sorts of information. Our syllabus, connections to my drop-in office hours, information about our TAs and their availability, information about events that the psychology department holds, and CAPS, what's happening in CAPS. Student success resources. What do you need to succeed in general as a CSUN student? Just click on that Student Success Resources tab at the top of our page and you'll get taken to the right place. Career and graduate school information. Usually the people who take this class are seniors. Sometimes I get a few juniors. In any case, they're people who are thinking about what am I going to do after I finish my degree. You definitely want to look at that link to think about career options for people who are psychology majors, also graduate school options. So if you want to do something like become a social worker, you might want to get an MSW. If you want to become a therapist, what sort of degree? You can actually become a therapist with a master's degree. All of that information is there, including how to apply to graduate school and how to prepare for interviews, either in graduate school or job interviews. Okay. And then down below that is that same calendar that you saw from our syllabus. It's on the home page of our class. So you shouldn't have any trouble knowing what's due when in our class. If you want to go to Unit 1, just click on Unit 1 and it will take you to the module with everything you need for Unit 1. Easy peasy. When you're ready to take the first exam, click on that first exam link and you'll gain access to it. You'll also gain access to a list of terms that I want you to know for the exams and a practice exam before the main exam. This is what your first module looks like. It's basically what each of your modules will look like. And I want you to see that the first thing in your module is the assigned readings. The second thing is the slides. So I've ordered everything in the order that I want you to complete them in. So do the readings, download the slides, and then this is Unit 1. There's 6 lectures, mini lectures, a 7th if you want to know more about me. Obviously, that's not on the exam. But all of the lectures, you got to by clicking on those links. At the bottom of that is the extra goodies for the first unit, and then at the very bottom is the Unit 1 quiz. Everything you need is right there. What I'd like you to do right now, before you start Unit 1, is let me know. Are you going to have trouble accessing the Wi-Fi this year? Do you or a family member, are you dealing with a significant illness now or later in the semester? Let me know. I'm here to work with you. I want you to learn the material, but I'm not here to make your life a living hell. So let me know, okay? Also, let me know, if you know now, that you won't be around for an exam or will be unable to complete a unit due to some responsibility that you have. That's the end of our Unit 1 lecture. I can tell you that the Unit 1 quiz will contain information from all 6 of these mini lectures. So I'm actually going to ask you questions about the structure of the class in the quiz because I want you to know, because I get tired of answering the same questions over and over again. So I'm going to quiz you to make sure you know what's expected of you in this class. Oh, if you want to, there's one more mini lecture. The 7th lecture is just me telling you a little bit about me. If you're interested, completely optional. Don't give it a second thought. Okay, so this is the official end of the first lecture. Bye-bye.